Welcome back to No Offense. I'm Makeda Royal, and today I'm sitting here with DJ Dell, former Alabama defensive tackle, played for the Buffalo Bills, and 2021 national champion. DJ, welcome in. Thanks for coming to talk to me today.
What's up? No problem. Thank you for having me.
So first I want to ask you, you had a lot of offers. You played Clemson, Florida State. What made you choose Alabama?
I would just say just coming in and the expectation for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are. And they didn't promise me anything. Like, they told me that when you get here, you're going to work. It's going to be hard. And playing here isn't for everybody. And I feel like as a person, as a player, I feel like that was the most challenging program for me. And that's what I wanted to go. I wanted to compete against the best at practice every single day. And I feel like in order to be the player that you want to be, you have to go against the best. But it was a lot of great schools. I enjoyed visiting other schools, but Alabama was a school for me. Also, too, being from Birmingham, that was the closest to where, like, my family, my mom, and everyone, can support me. And then, too, that was the place I met my wife. So I made the best decision.
Oh, that's so special, yeah. Definitely. And so you talk about competing with the best, but you played for the best. So what was it like playing for Nick Saban?
It was an amazing experience, once in a lifetime opportunity, honestly. Really, more so just about life. I would remember my freshman year, after practice one day, he was just sitting down talking to the team, and it just kind of hit me like everything that he's saying about football applies to real life. And I feel like if you apply those things like the discipline, the hard work, character, your effort, if you apply that to real life, you'll be successful no matter what you do. And I think that was like the most important thing that I took away from him.
So I'm pretty sure you had a lot of exciting times at Alabama, a lot of football memories. So what was your favorite football memory?
Winning a national championship. Like, that's something that not a lot of people get to experience. Just from taking a flight out there, practicing out there in Miami, it was just a lifetime experience. And then growing up, that was a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Playing NCAA, watching Alabama back when, Trent Richardson and all those guys, Glenn Coffey, when Alabama was first starting to really pick up, and then being able to be a part of that and accomplish something that you've seen those guys do on TV. That was just special, you know what I'm saying? And then building those relationships with my teammates, the off season, working hard and grinding. And we get to that end goal at the end of the season and we do that. That was just a special moment. So that was like my favorite moment of all time.
So while at Alabama, you mentioned that you met your wife and you talked about like a lot of special moments. So you proposed to her on the field. What made you do it there? Like, talk to me about that.
Yeah, I think so. It was after 8A, I think, and it was a place where all of our family would be able to attend. 8A is a pretty popular game, and I feel like that was a time to where my family, her family, everyone would be able to be in the same setting. And I think it was just something different, kind of just caught off guard. I had asked Coach Saban the week prior, could I do? He was like, yeah, man, I, even be out there. Yeah. But he just so happened to have an interview at the time. And you can kind of hear it in the background. He's talking on the Jumbotron, like, as I was doing it. But, yeah, I just wanted to do something different. And I had, like, all my teammates on the field, like the defensive line and stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much why.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of success at Alabama, and you ended up playing for the Buffalo Bills. What was your experience like playing in the NFL, and what did you learn?
It was an amazing experience. Like, again, like a dream come true. Buffalo is a great organization, pretty much similar to Alabama in terms of, structure, discipline, hardworking team. The difference is, in college, you're kind of pushed to do certain things, but in the NFL is really on you to do. You have to really be a pro. But I learned how to maintain, on that level. It's about consistency. You have guys all the time who have one breakout year, and then the next year you don't really hear about them, you know what I'm saying? So you have to just be consistent and work hard. But all in all, I would say that experience really brought me closer to God. It was kind of nerve-wracking at times, seeing guys get cut. We would leave the hotel with, a couple, 14, 15 guys on the bus, and then on the way back, you see 3 less people, you know what I'm saying? So at that time, I was kind of just anxious and nervous all the time. And but when I got back home, that really pushed me to, strengthen my relationship with Christ, because once I, cast all those things onto him, it kind of relieved me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So going into another situation, I won't worry about anything because now I know if it's for me, it's for me. You know? So
Yeah. So would you say your goal right now is to get back on the NFL roster?
yeah, definitely. I think that's the end goal. But right now, it's kind of weird. It's going to sound weird, but I stopped worrying about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just control what I control. My goal right now is just continue to work hard, but again, strengthen my relationship with Christ. I don't, football is something that I love to do. I've been playing since I was 4 years old. But I know one thing that I know God did call me to do is bring people closer to Him. So as I've been home, like bringing my family, my friends to church. Last night Bible study, I invited Day Day, another one of my friends, KD Hill. You know, just a Bible study. So that's some of the things I focus on right now. Football is gonna take care of itself. That's a part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Working out, conditioning. That's my lifestyle. So I'm gonna always do that. And I'm gonna always get better and stay ready and be prepared. But right now, that's my sole focus.
So outside of football, what are some other hobbies that you have?
So I can play golf a little bit. Obviously, that's a
Okay.
hobby I picked up in college, and cooking I can throw down. So yeah, trying different recipes with my wife and stuff. Obviously, those are like my main two hobbies.
Now, if I ask her, she gonna say, "Can you cook?"
She gonna ask what you want. You know what I'm saying? I can do it all, no matter what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so my last question for you is, going forward, what is your next step?
Uh, I would say my next step is really just still learning myself. Just getting over going through different phases of life. Just really finding my purpose. I would say that was like a tough part, just about the free agency process. Like being without football, you have to really figure out who you are without it. You know what I'm saying? Your identity and your purpose. And I feel like once you find that, it makes you kind of live a stress-free life. You know what I'm saying? So that's like my next step right now. Just leaning on God, praying to Him. You know, asking Him to show me my purpose, my identity. Well, I know my identity, but show me my purpose and what it is He really put me on this earth to do.
Now, you mentioned like finding your identity outside of football and your purpose. Do you feel like a lot of athletes, especially coming out of college, struggle with that?
Yeah, 100%. Because for a long time, that's what you're labeled as. You know what I'm saying? Just a football player. You know, from fans. You know, when I was in college and even being in Birmingham, like just getting recognized, like, oh, you play for this, you play for them. So you kind of get caught up in that, and you start to see yourself as a football player. But yeah, I think that's a common thing with athletes. But again, I think all athletes should, build a relationship with Christ, and I think kind of navigate that situation with Him, and it'll make it much easier.
All right. Thank you for coming in. Good talking to you today.